In recent years, when you hear the word open world games, sometimes you think, how bloated are these games gonna be? Map sizes, microtransactions.
Okay, so in our
Freaking
new
hit
game,
this guy,
it
man.
is the largest ever game made. This map is 25
What a joke,
times
man.
bigger than Odyssey, Origins,
I
Valhalla.
think Ubisoft are smoking some crack.
And with every building you visit, merchant, whatever it is, you will have to pay
Aye, how much money do they think we've
to
got,
actually
man?
continue
hell
and
has
buy
happened to
things in the
Ubisoft?
game.
I bought the game, man. I just want to play
As
the
well as
freaking
progressive
game.
missions, there is a small fee we will take.
I can't afford anything in real life, and now I can't afford anything in the game.
Of course not. Well, that's realistic then, you
Is he
broke
having a
piece of
laugh?
shit.
Is this a joke?
It's a freaking joke, man.
Oh.
But in this video, we are going to talk about these 15 open world games that you may want to play on your PS5. And some of them are already out, and some of them will be coming out this year. Now, at number 14, yeah, I know there's actually 14, I just realized, but 15 sounds better. We have Elden Ring Neightreign. Even though there is a single player mode to this is predominantly designed for co-op. This is an alternate version of Limgrave, which is the first part of the game. Instead of taking your time like you would in Elden Ring, the goal is to build up your character from level 1 and take on enemies to earn runes, build up your stats as quickly as possible. Each session is a 3-day cycle, which equates to, I believe, around 15 minutes per day. You can choose which direction to go in every time, but as time goes on, the map will start to shrink, and if you get caught in the ring of rain, you will get killed. Each day will consist of a boss battle, and your job is to essentially work together and survive the 3 days and beat the Night Lord body on the 3rd day. You will be able to choose from a selection of pre-made heroes, each with unique abilities, and if you beat the Night Lord, you'll be able to supercharge your next playthrough by earning these powerful relics. There are 8 characters to choose from, and the abilities from these characters will range from a grappling crossbow, spells, wings, so it sounds like the game does offer a variety of playstyle, even though there is no character creation. But if you want to play co-op, you have to play with 2 other players. You can't do 2-player co-op, you have to do either 1 or 3. And the other thing that is probably a bit annoying, if you're not playing with friends, there is no voice chat, which I just found is very bizarre. The fact that you have to basically text, I guess, it just doesn't make any sense.
This video is sponsored by Instant Gaming, the all-in-one place for digital games and PlayStation gift cards. Now, if you want to save money on your games, then don't just buy them directly off the PlayStation Store. Go directly onto Instant Gaming, as they are not another marketplace. I have a lot of people asking me,
will I get my code?
a £100 PlayStation gift card for like £87. £50 gift card for like £43. Then spend your money how you want. You could buy Dragon Age the Vilgard. Huh?
What the hell is even that? Get everybody
Don't
out of
do
my...
that. But they also do Steam games, Monster Hunter Wilds 29% off, or Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 23% off. They also have Xbox. They also have Nintendo as well, so make sure if you want to support the channel and save some money, use my link below, and you might as well enter the giveaway that they do every month. So click the link below that and you can automatically enter yourself to win a game of your choice every month. And remember, don't buy Dragon Age the Vilgard, it's free on
shit.
PS Plus.
They're still holding it. Sorry.
Who's going to even play that?
What do you...
We have Assassin's Creed Shadows, and yes, I do see the comments.
Oh, you're a drifter for buying this game. You said you wouldn't buy it.
By the way, I don't even know what a drifter is. With Assassin's Creed Shadows, in terms of the open world building, there is no doubt that this game is going to look pretty amazing, especially if you have a PS5 Pro. The size of this game will be comparable to Assassin's Creed Origins, which I flipping love. The combat looks like they have taken inspiration from Ghost of Tsushima, but my concern with this game, and like a lot of the Assassin's Creed games, is the damn NPCs. It's just how brain dead they are. It's how stupid. Joe Raptor, who's a big fan of the Assassin's Creed, he did a video stating that there is now going to be an option to change the stealth difficulty to expert. And this is only a good thing if you're excited for this game. This will actually make the stealth a lot harder. Even when he was on rooftops, unless you go prone, the enemies will see you. So I feel like this is one of the many problems Ubisoft has had with most most of their games is the NPCs, how dumb they are. This is set in 1579 and the 1580s as you play as two characters, Naoe and Yasuke. He looks so damn out of place.
That's absurd. The homosexual community is a valuable community.
They will each have their own story, but after initially facing each other on the battlefield, the duo will join forces with the aim of ushering a new era of Japan. Now, for me especially, I don't think Assassin's Creed recently, their stories haven't been that strong. Like when you think of Assassin's Creed Shadows or any of the other recent games, I think more of the setting, the open world, how beautiful the graphics look. Even Star Wars Outlaws, everyone was like, wow, the world looks beautiful. The story was kind of mid. So I am a bit concerned of how gripping is this story going to be. What is cool is the dynamic weather system, playing through the different seasons, and the NPCs and environment will change. Guards in the winter are more likely to be somewhere where there's a fire, or they're more likely to be inside, so their regime and their routines are going to be changing, which again, in recent years, some of the Assassin's Creed games, everything is just so dead. The river may be frozen, so you may not be able to use it. Icicles may make a sound and attract enemies. The finishes and combos from Naoe looks quite cool, and there's a lot of RPG elements that look quite detailed with many different weapons and cosmetics. As a gamer, I wouldn't want to buy this game, it just doesn't interest me, but as a YouTuber, I want that to be my job. So if you say I'm a drifter, which I still don't know what it means, what does that concern you? Like, wouldn't you want me to see how the game is, and I'll give you my honest opinion? Anyway, on to the next one, you drifter. In number 12, Where Winds Meet is an open world action game that takes place in the twilight of the 10 kingdoms. We get to explore a land ravaged by war and territorial disputes where political intrigue, power struggles, and epic battles shape the course of history. Some of the gameplay, my gosh, does remind me of Ghost of Tsushima. It looks absolutely epic, which is only a good thing. It looks like it's going to be a deep story with emotion, exciting combat, and beautiful landscapes. The boss battles are reminding me a lot of Fallen Dynasty, but man, having more games about ancient Chinese history, oh, I cannot wait for this one. There is a deep character creation, and I could only find gameplay from like 2023. So even though we haven't heard much from this game, they did say in 2024 we have dedicated 5 years to crafting our epic open world action adventure RPG game, so we're really looking forward to bringing it to all you PlayStation fans. This one I can't wait for. In number 11, Dying Light the Beast is set right after the events of Dying Light 2, and over 13 years since the original, it will go back to the first game's protagonist, Kyle Crane. This has been described to be more of a narrative tighter game. It is an open world game set in Castor Woods, where you'll be able to explore, parkour, use vehicles, and battle zombies along the way. 3 years after Kyle Crane's first adventure, players will get to reunite with the hero following more than a decade of cruel experimentation at the hand of a militia intent on weaponizing the zombie virus that decimated the city of Haran. This was supposed to be a DLC to Dying Light 2, and if you did purchase or will purchase the Ultimate Edition to Dying Light 2, you will get this game completely free, although they are looking to take that off the digital storefront, so you might want to buy this soon. The game looks beautiful, looks terrifying. The gunplay, melee weapons look so satisfying. I've just bought Dying Light 1 online. I think it was like £6, so I do need to get through these first 2 games, as well as everything else I need to play this year. Now, at number 10, we have one of the best, probably, open world pirate games in recent years. Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii has got a hell of a lot of positivity since it released. Now, this just looks a lot of fun. It looks goofy, it looks out there, it just looks creative. You get to travel and explore various locations, including Rich Island, Madlantis, Nele Island, and Honolulu, and you can explore these on land and at sea. And this is the best thing about this game. There's offshore gameplay, not like Skull and Bones, where, let's be honest, that was in development for years, and you can't even do much offshore. It isn't turn-based, which I think is only a good thing. You get to recruit a lot of pirates that will fit your crew, and there's over 100 to choose from, and you can also create bonds bonds with your crew. The customization looks really detailed. It looks incredible with the ships. The battles and the combat look crazy with different weapons that you can use. In number 9, Monster Hunter Wilds is looking like one of the biggest releases of the year, selling over 8 million copies. Even though it's very slow and I feel very alien to this gameplay, everything you have to do looks very confusing. I am pursuing with this game. This is an open world, or it's described to be a massive open world with interconnected spaces. For me, the early gameplay, it does feel like an open world game. This allows for massive areas of explorations, monsters, crafting materials, gathering materials. There's a lot to do in this game. You can play this game solo, but this is designed for co-op. I accidentally did the co-op and it did make it a lot easier when those people came along. It did make it fun. I'm literally at the start and I'm still getting used to the buttons. You can choose from 14 different weapons. There are hundreds of weapons to craft, and it's still very early for me to give my thoughts on this game. Come on, come on, come on. Did we do it? That was quite fun. In number 8, we have a survival game with Atomfall. You can go throughout this whole game without killing anyone. Like that's gonna happen with me. I'm killing everyone. Animals, everything. I want your groschen.
You fucking lad!
You bet. You will explore the British countryside in the first person from the Lake District, Cumbria, and it feels like a radioactive fallout. The world is closed off and you will come against mutated creatures, cults, military agents, robots. So there is no way, and no one's not going to kill anyone. You'll have to collect resources, craft weapons and firearms. As this is a survival game, ammo is scarce. And like a lot of games, there is no real quest marks. So this game literally leaves it up to you to listen to NPCs and piece together where you need to go. And I think we need this from modern games. Now, number 7, Hell Is Us is looking like an ambitious flipping game, and this game as well does not hold your hand. As we saw the investigation trailer the other day, it definitely impressed me. You are given full control with exploration of this world of Hadia. Your goal is to find your parents by gathering clues, speaking to NPCs, and listening to your gut, and doing whatever you think. There is not much on the UI, and you have to just piece together the clues you find and find your way. It looks like a beautiful game, and the combat is described to be simplistic, so do not worry if you feel it's going to be like a Souls-like game. It isn't. It's basically like 50% exploration, 50% combat. I wasn't too sure about the health bars on the enemies. Hopefully this is something they can change. It just looks so clean without anything on the screen. I just hope there's an option to turn that off. There will be a variety of melee weapons, swords, polearms, axes, which each having their own attack style and speed. The shadows, the lighting, and the puzzles in these caves. This year is flipping packed. Now in number 6, we have a game that I am slowly coming around to. Ghost of Yotei should be coming out this year. I'll always voice my concerns with everything going on in movies and games and modern day games. And why wouldn't you think that they've taken away one of the best characters with Jin Sakai and they've decided to change that and simply just choose another character? This should be coming out this year. And even though I'd want a continuation of Jin's story, this takes place 300 years after Jin's story. So you never know, he might be alive. I'm hoping it could be something like a Final Fantasy where we can have many people play the ghosts. We can have different time periods, going back further, going into modern day. But you will play as Atsu, a female warrior who adopts the name of the ghost. And it's described that this game we will have much more choice over the narrative and choices from the first game. The first game was unbelievable, and I just loved riding through the world. Even though people said it may have felt empty at times, it didn't bother me because I was just so in awe of this game. I just felt so immersed in it. I love the fact that the wind takes you into the direction where you are going, and I can only imagine that the sequel there's going to be much more dense populations with more people, more towns, more side quests, and good storytelling and character development. That's what we need in games. We need solid storytelling. Hopefully it's nothing like the real life actress of this damn protagonist. That's all I'm saying.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Now, at number 5, we have one of my favorite games of all time. We've got Days Gone Remastered coming soon. I hope this is going to be worth it. And even though I was hoping for a damn sequel, because that's what we freaking want. Listen, there are some slight improvements to this game. I reckon they're doing this just to see how good this sells or do the upgrade. You can't pre-order until the game is actually released, but you will get the pre-order bonuses. There will be DualSense support, which is a nice touch. Firing those rifles are going to feel sweet. And of course, riding your bike. Man, feeling the DualSense is going to feel incredible. There will be new mode, the Horde Assault mode, which is a survival arcade mode, as this is designed to challenge your skills as you try to achieve a high score while surviving as long as possible against increased horde sizes and various other enemies like vicious survivors and evolved freakers. There's also a permadeath mode. No idea why anyone would do that, because I would not want to feel like I've wasted my time. My god, imagine getting to like near the end of the game and you flipping die. There is also a speed run mode. Man, this sounds actually quite hilarious. I cannot wait to see the stats from people. It's only a $10 or £10 upgrade if you've got the physical version or the digital version. If you've downloaded it from PS Plus, you will not get that upgrade. In number 4, we have Death Stranding 2 on the beach. My gosh, we got that 10-minute gameplay trailer. I think it looked like a PS6 game. Oh my gosh, even though it was 10 minutes, I'm still just as confused, if not more confused, than I was before when I was confused.
Wow. Hold on tight.
What the hell is this game about? No idea. It's amazing.
There is no doubt this looks like a PS6 game. This is probably going to be the best looking game on the PS5, especially on PS5 Pro. The open worlds, the places we get to visit look mind-blowing. The cliffs, the mountains, near the freaking moon. It's nuts how we got a Solid Snake reference with that ending. That did look like Snake. We got more combat, which I hope there is throughout the damn game. I just hope there's more gunplay. I want there too. It did feel nice, the gunplay we did get, but it just wasn't enough. I just hope there's more of it. This is going to be like the first game. It's a sequel, so it's going to be everything the first one was, and it's going to be hopefully improved on. So if you really didn't like the first one, I don't think you're going to like this second one. We got the collector's edition of the game. Oh my god, do I want that collector's edition.
But you also want the DualSense Edge.
Yeah, what's your point?
The black headset, and you bought the PS5 Pro.
All right. God, you don't have to name everything I want. Jeez. In number 3, Crimson Desert is one of my most anticipated games of this year. This just looks flipping epic. A cross between fantasy and a medieval world. This will take place in the world of Pywell as you play as Cliff, this strong masculine character. It's nice to see once in a while.
That's not masculine, that's toxic masculinity.
The main story of the game evolves around vicious power struggles after the king falls into a coma. With the king's absence, there is a power vacuum that tons of enemies are keen to take advantage of and are willing to take you down in the process. What drew me to the game was first of all how it reminds me of the old Assassin's Creed games with the fantasy, different dimensions sort of vibe. It just made me think, like, what is going on? What is this game about? I'm invested in it already. You'll fight mythical beasts and the combat does look complicated and challenging. I think this sort of combat, you're going to have to really try and perfect the abilities you get, the dodging. This is a fast-paced action game where dodging and using these special abilities is important. Man, the Asian developers are carrying this generation. Now, number 2, we have GTA 6, and as I mentioned this game, as it might come out this year, I'm just fed up of talking about it, and we've only got one damn trailer. As you know, GTA 6 is set in the fictional world of Leonida, based on Florida, Miami, and it's Miami-inspired Vice City. The story will follow the criminal duo of Lucia and her male partner, as we've seen in the trailers. Oh, the trailer. We've only had one trailer. I can only expect that this game, the NPCs are going to be absolutely crazy in terms of their regimes. They're going to have their own jobs. It's going to feel so immersive. The world is going to feel absolutely incredible. Whether the story is going to be good or not, it's hard to tell. There's so much hype with this game. And the problem is when it comes to overhyping games or feeling hyped for a certain game that you've been waiting over 10 years for, there's expectations with that. I just hope that this game runs at 60 FPS. It better run run at 60 FPS on the PS5 Pro. I don't see how it wouldn't, because it wouldn't make any sense for me, but this is going to be an open world game we're going to remember for a freaking long time, probably till the PS7. Now, number one, even if you are not a fan of medieval games, you are going to love this game. If you're looking for a game to feel immersed in, even if you're not a fan of first person, I know some people feel a bit dizzy, this game is one of the best, if not the best game I've played this year so far. And I've just got to Gutenberg right now. This is the most detailed open world game I've played in recent years. I'm blown away by the NPCs actually having personalities that you get to know. And man, do you have difficult decisions to do when it comes to these NPCs. I killed the freaking sheep guy because he remembered me. I forgot that I killed his sheep, and he remembered me after like 3 days.
You fucking lout! Don't
Yeah.
even try to get away. We'll sort
What?
this out here and now, or we get the
See?
guards involved. Oh well, I tried the easy way.
It's because I killed his sheep, guys. Okay, so now I've killed him. There is so much to do in this game. After the first mission, I am nearly 70 hours in the game and I've only done 2 main missions. That's how much there is to do in this open world. And if you are looking for value for money, you will get it with this game. If you're someone who hasn't got a lot of time gaming, this is not going to be a game for you, I don't think, because you can't dedicate just 45 minutes. I was doing nothing for hours and I was like, wow, I've done nothing. Learning alchemy, fighting camps, creating new swords, finding new gear, playing dice. Oh my gosh, playing dice is so fun.
Fortuna! May the best player win.
Take the damn badge and don't bother me again.
I was doing nothing for hours, and then by the time you know it, you're like, shit, I've got to go to bed. What am I doing?
Oh my god, I've got work at 6 a.m.
Now, there are a couple of games I have not mentioned, such as Mafia: The Old Country. At first, I thought it was going to be open world, but it has said that it's going to be much more of a linear story. Even when I played Mafia, the definitive edition, it was very, very linear. It felt open world, but there wasn't much I could do without doing a mission, really. I haven't mentioned Dune Awakening because I don't actually know when that game is coming out. We've got a date for the PC release, and it has said that it will follow for the PS5, being a survival MMO. It does look pretty impressive. There's a potential that this might not come out this year. I might be wrong, but that's why it's not on this list. What do you think about the games I've mentioned? What open world games are you most looking forward to in 2025? You can mention older ones. Drop your thoughts in the comments and let me know. Let's take a look at the comment of the day from my previous video. I started playing Monster Hunter Wilds. Shout out to Jack Stratz. I started playing World in preparation for Wilds. It's also my first Monster Hunter game. Gameplay felt clunky until I started using the bow, then it really clicked with me. Also, if you're struggling, multiplayer makes certain monsters a lot easier, plus it's a lot of fun. Keep up the good content. Interested to hear your thoughts on Split Fiction. Thanks for the comment, dude. Appreciate it. As of this video, I was live streaming today Monster Hunter Wilds, so let's hope I can get used to it. Eventually, I will get a review out for this game. My next video after this should be my first impressions of Split Fiction. If you're going to be surprised that it's not with Els, it's because she's too busy. That's what she's told me. So my friend, be nice to him. He's going to be on the show and he's going to come around and we're going to actually play some couch co-op and record it. And he's actually quite good with gaming, so I'm sure he's going to understand how to do the double jump. Anyways, I'll see you soon, unless I get cancelled.